Welcome to the story time. Today we're gonna talk about things that happened to me while I was in Korea. There's plots here, okay? You're here for a story. You're here for stories. There's romance, love, 고백, like love confession. We got 감자탕, potato soup, ramen, shopping. We got lots of stuff. Capitalism. It's all built into these story times. So I hope you enjoy my my struggles in Korea, but also like happy times too. First of all, there were some romances in Korea, you know, K-drama. Oh, okay, first day in Seoul. Okay, picture this. I just finished my first collab. Like, I'm like super excited. Okay, like let's go eat dinner. Let's find something to eat. Like we're traveling solo. So I'm trying to go get some dinner in Yeongdeungpo, like near my hotel. These drunk guys that were smoking would not stop staring at me as I'm walking by. There's like rows of them outside every like drinking pub. There's like tens and thousands of pubs in that area for whatever reason. But these guys would not stop staring at me. And then eventually there's this one guy who's not only staring, but he's pointing at me. Like he's literally staring at me, pointing at me like this. And tell me if I read this wrong in the comments or don't. Just let me be delusional, whatever the case. But this man is pointing, staring, saying, like whispering something. I don't know what he's saying, but he's like, first of all, like, 일단은 he's staring at me and like pointing. I put on my RBF because I need to survive, girl. I'm a solo traveler. Like, I can't stop for these men. Like, I don't want to give you a chance because not all men, but always men. So I'm passing by with my strongest RBF. Like, I tried. And then he watches me walk past him. I didn't hear him whispering to me. I think it got on his nerves. He turns, like, after I walk past him, he turns, starts walking in my direction, like behind me. He's like behind me, right? And he speed walks past me. That might be pure delusion, but I really do feel like that is a testament to how Korean men treated me while I was in Korea. They were very afraid of me. There were just a lot of guys, specifically where I was in Yeongdeungpo, like especially at nighttime, that were just like, does that work for you? That happened a lot. And then eventually one time, okay, so this was a few days later, I was in Gangnam. We're walking past this samgyeopsal jeep and this dude and a bunch of his friends are like standing outside. My friend and I are like walking through and he just looks at me and he goes, "I love you," like as I'm walking past. So I got, you know, 고백 받았어 while I was in Korea. And then there was another time I was doing a model shoot for a skincare brand and specifically for their skincare workshop. So it was me and then this other guy and then this other girl. I was the youngest there and then the guy was like 27 and like I'm kind of talking with him the whole time, but then we're like directed to like be close to each other and like me like leaning on his shoulder and then like making eye contact. Girl, when we made eye contact, oh my gosh, the way that I broke eye contact. I've never broken eye contact before, but I broke eye contact. I don't know why. Maybe it was the cameras. Also, nothing happened between us. We're not even on like a talking basis. So if you see this, hi. Sorry I broke eye contact. Yeah, anyways, my bad, chat. 감자탕. So remember when I told you that I was walking through Yeongdeungpo and I was trying to get food, but then I got rejected at this one restaurant? Well, actually, I rejected them first. So I walk into this restaurant and it says 감자탕 and you would not believe how difficult it was to find like a restaurant with food that I like because almost all of them were like pubs and this was the only place that had like regular food, like soup. So I went in to get soup and like regular lighting, not like dark dim lighting. I went in and I was so excited because I've been wanting to go get 감자탕 in Korea since I was like 17 years old. I hop into the 감자탕 restaurant and I sit down, already red flags because this woman seats me at like a dirty table with like people's leftovers still, like she hadn't cleaned it up. So then I sit down and I'm like, okay, benefit of the doubt, like okay, she's not even giving me water, like I guess, okay. She hasn't taken my order and I'm just honestly waiting for her at this point because I know what I want. I came for 감자탕. 감자탕 is the only thing I'm gonna order, but I noticed that they have 2인분, which is 2 servings. So I'm like, okay, maybe if I like play my cards right, like maybe she will give me like the single serving. But at the time, I didn't know that they did the single servings, the 해장국. I didn't know that that was like 감자탕 single serving. No, before I even ordered, she's like ushering me to the register, and I'm just confused. I'm like, 네? 네? Like, what? Sorry? Really, for me, it was like a culture barrier because I'm like, what? Why are you telling me to pay? You haven't even taken my order yet. I start asking her in Korean. I never spoke English. In Korean, I'm asking her like, okay, what can I order like a one serving? And she's like, da 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 da, and it doesn't work like that, and da 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 da. And so I'm like, oh, okay. And she's like, pay, like, 미리, whatever. I forgot the word for pay, but basically she's like saying pay in Korean, and I'm like, what? 네? And she's like, she switches it up. She's like, 신자오. I'm like, girl, I'm not confused about what you're saying to me. I'm confused about why you're saying it to me. But yeah, she started saying 신자오, like really loud, and then she started saying like pay. I was getting bad vibes, so I was like, bye, and I left. First attempt, fail. I couldn't get 감자탕. Night 2. I'm tired of walking around looking for food, so I decide that, okay, I'm just gonna figure out how to do 배달, because 한국 배달 is like insane. Like they will deliver your food hot in like 20 minutes. So I get on the Coupang Eats because I heard that that's like the popular one. Coupang Eats, I like go through, order, takes an hour for me to figure out what I want to eat. And then I'm like trying to pay to finish my order, and guess what? They don't accept American cards. The only way that you can enter like card anyways is with a Korean registration, like their like ID number. And I am an American citizen. I don't have one of those. Okay, forget Coupang Eats. There's another one. 배달민족. 배민? And I take another hour to figure out my order because this one is in fully in Korean. So I get my 고구마 pizza and I order, and then put in all my card information. Takes like honestly another hour, and then I finally get my food like about 20-30 minutes later, and I'm so happy. The 고구마 pizza was insane. They gave me a bunch of free food. I think it was so that I would leave a review. I did not leave a review because I was exhausted through the whole process. But then the next day I'm like, oh my gosh, now that I know how to do 배달, I can order 감자탕. And at this point I'm like, okay, it's fine. If I get 2 servings, I will just eat it all. Like, it's fine. I'm in Korea. I have to try the 감자탕 in Korea because I love 감자탕. So I order the 감자탕, it comes, and guess what? I ordered a meal kit instead of the cooked version because in Korea they have 2 options. You can either order the cooked version or the meal kit. Meal kit, I'm just gonna give you a picture of it. It's like a giant box full of ingredients, just chopped vegetables and like meat. And then the soup comes in like a giant jug. I'm in a hotel, girl. I don't have access to a kitchen. I don't even have a microwave in there. Like, if I had a microwave, might have made it work. But I didn't even have a microwave. I didn't have a stove. I didn't have a kitchen. I didn't have any resources to make this work. So I'm like so defeated. And mind you, it's so dramatic in my head, but I'm just thinking like, damn, like this is the limit of my Korean. Like I can't make it in this country. Because I ordered a meal kit on accident. It was one button that I mispressed. Just a single button, and it ended up coming up as a meal kit. I'm like defeated, and then I'm like, okay, no. You're traveling. You're here to figure things out. You're here to like fix your brain into critical thinking mode instead of, I feel so sorry for myself. So critical thinking mode, I figure out, oh wait, I have friends here who have kitchens. So I contact my friends who I'm about to meet the next day. I don't even text them. I just call them, which is weird because we've never called before. One of my friends answers, and she is so sweet. Like, we're just like giggling and laughing together about this whole situation. Like, this is such a funny, dumb thing that happened. And she was saying like, yes, you can come over. And she even asked her mom, and her mom was like supportive of me coming over. But I could kind of tell that it would have been like 민폐, or like kind of a disturbance to them and like rude. So I was like, okay, no, it's fine. Like, if you guys are 불편해, if you guys are uncomfortable, like, please just forget about it. Forget about it. Thank you so much though. So then she's like, wait, you know what though? Instead, how about you and the third friend come over tomorrow and bring the ingredients, and then we can cook it in my house and eat it. I was so grateful to her. So the next day I take the meal kit with like the giant jug of soup I go straight to Lotte Baekajam because guess what happened? Guess what happened the night before? So I couldn't eat the kamjatang, right? My friends and I were talking on the phone and they were like, oh, Lydia, I'm so sorry, but you should still figure out what to eat for dinner because you should still eat dinner. So they're like, you should at least have like a ramen or something. I'm like so tired of pedar at this point that that's the last pedar that I ordered in Korea. Like I was so tired and sad. Mostly caused by myself. But the pedar system in Korea is great. pedar 민정, guys. If you're a foreigner, use pedar 민정. They take foreign cards. I'm like tired of pedar. So I make my way down to the convenience store. I get all like bundled up because it's like super cold all of a sudden. Like this day specifically and then on to the last like 3 days of me being in Seoul, it just like there's like an insane cold wave. Keep that in mind. And I make my way downstairs to the convenience store and then I spend like, I swear 30 minutes trying to pick what I want to eat because I'm just so like, I have such bad decision fatigue at this point from trying to figure out this stupid kamjatang problem. I picked my ramen and I picked all my snacks and then I like cooked the water. I make my way back to my hotel room. Everything's fine. Like I honestly prefer at this point just having a ramen and eating quietly in my room. On the way, my ramen spills all over my sleeve. Mind you, my jacket, like the one warm jacket that I brought to Korea, it's very warm by the way. It's an UGG jacket. Fluffy white coat. I spill ramen all over the sleeve. It sinks and then burns my skin through my All Saints white hoodie. Anyways, the stains didn't come out. And I'm in Korea once again, hotel, no laundry machines. So I'm back in my hotel room, my All Saints hoodie, my UGG jacket, like everything, all the layers basically that I brought to Korea to keep me warm are just ruined at this point because not only are the sleeves bright orange, but it's like really stinky. Like it just smells like ramen. I'm so exhausted at this point, like of this entire day, of the situation, trying to figure out food in Korea, that I just like leave all my stuff, all the ramen ruined clothes. I just throw it on the floor and I sit down, eat my ramen, and I'm like super upset and like trying to stay, you know, in like a grateful mindset because I'd been pretty like good with that this whole trip at that point. And through the whole trip, honestly, like this was just such a small little part of it. And then go to sleep. I can't even say that I really slept because on top of everything, I'd gotten filler right before this whole pedar 민정 kupang eats situation on my in my nose. So I had to sleep sitting upright like this. I'm tired. I'm like really just honestly nauseous at this point from this whole stupid experience. I have to sit like this and sleep. So, yeah. This was probably like the worst part of my trip. But then the next day, like I said, I trottle over to Lotte Baekajam. It's right next to my hotel with my little bag of goodies, my meal kit for kamjatang, and I go shopping and I get a whole new jacket and I get a whole new shirt, a shirt for my little brother, and a new pair of jeans. Hello? I'm recording a video. You want to give me Moses for the video?
He's so cute.
Okay, you can go. So, yeah, so then I buy a whole new set of clothes. I go to the far north, like, east side of Seoul because Seoul is, like, really, really big and there's a lot of traffic. So it ended up taking, like, 40, 50 minutes, like, almost an hour to get there. And I get there late on top of it, but I still, you know, I'm still Korean. So I bought, like, a little gift set of fruits. Oh, baby, what's wrong? I bought like a little gift set for my friend's mom because I just felt kind of bad that we ended up having to go over there. But like also really grateful at the same time. So I got her a little thing of the mesquite grapes, you know, the Korean ones that are kind of... Hi, puppy. We ended up Really enjoying the kamjatang. Everything ended up really, really good, and I had a really good time with my friends. Take Seoul traffic seriously and account for like an extra hour if you can. If I can give you any lessons, please try to find a Korean who can help you with 배달 민정. What's wrong, my love? That's the end of my story time. Everyone, have a safe trip to Korea if you're watching this before a trip or planning a trip.
왜 애를 울려?
He's having fun and then he stopped having fun. I think he was bored of me. I had a really good trip. I met the perfect people while I was in Korea. I met a really, really good group of people. And a lot of old friends too from America. And some really, really cool collabs coming out soon. So stay tuned for everything that's coming out. But... oh my gosh, I almost forgot. So through all of this mess, through the collabs, through the all full Korean collabs, like there was a collab that I had to speak full Korean in for the whole video. I was so stressed out that I actually ended up stress sweating. And if you don't know, stress sweat smells like onions. It smells nasty. So I start stress sweating with nothing to combat it. I left my deodorant in America because I was like,
You know what? I don't wear deodorant on the regular anyways, so why would I need to pack it?
girl, Korea mother effing stressed me out. I needed deodorant and I didn't bring it. So I was stinking for like half of my trip until I finally realized that the stinky was me. I was the one who was stinking because I did that. That was an exact reenactment of what happened. So yeah. Even if you're Korean and you don't sweat smelly, because I've been told many times that my sweat even smells good. Take your deodorant to Korea. They don't even sell deodorant that openly. I couldn't find one at the department store. Like I had to go to an Olive Young. Oh, please don't be the stinky one like I was, because I like got such bad secondhand embarrassment, like in retrospect. All that happened, and I really like in America, I was thinking, oh my gosh, my Korean's so good. I'm gonna prosper when I go to Korea. Girl, all this struggle came about for the most part because I wasn't super fluent. So I'm gonna learn more Korean before I go, and that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my story times, and this is my banana duck plushie. If you want one, I got it on Amazon. I can leave a link down below. Yeah. 배달 민정. Take deodorant to Korea. I love you. And that's it.
사실은
Dude, you know old ladies like followed me into the 목욕탕? Like they came into the shower like area just to look at me, and I'm not saying this because I'm cocky. I'm literally saying this because the owner told my grandpa while he was waiting for me. All these women went in just to like check her out.
Fix his hair.
This is my nephew Moses. I missed him so much. I spent like $300 on him while I was in Korea.